Hotline is a show where communities come together. They fire in their messengers, their texts. They can phone in. They can yell in from the street.
Abuse you. Can they do that?
Well, I've got 3 tickets in the Wellington Live tiny car, all stacked up 3 in a row. So I suppose the haters of the tiny car are going to have a good afternoon.
It's the parking with tiny car. I think they like.
Well, it's now the parking and the tickets.
Or would you like a hotline hat?
I love a
Started
hotline.
it.
Okay, thank you.
We're
Cover up my board.
here with Dakota Joe. This is Jose Ubiaga, who runs Dakota and some other bars in Wellington. You've got a fascination with corporate and team building events.
I do. I love making people happy and have fun and getting into the vibe of just going out and enjoying themselves.
That sounds a bit bloody exciting. Tell me, Jose, what would you say about Kapura selling to DB and now they're giving bars away in Courtney Place? Would you say that the experiment with the corporate-led one menu type 35 bars in Wellington has been a success or a failure?
Well, I think Kapura did well selling to DB and getting probably as much money as they got for DB. They sold probably at the right time. DB wasn't a smart choice from them. And I'm sure they're looking back now thinking, crikey, what are we going to do now with all these bars that aren't making any money?
Well, they're giving one away down the street there, apparently. DB are a great brand. They're an excellent company and an amazing supporter in the community. They're very responsible. I mean, can those bars, those Kapura bars, find their way in the Wellington market? We were talking last night about how independents like you have got this personality. They've got the we must succeed, we must adapt. Whereas when you get a corporate situation like that, do you think that has a place in Wellington?
Having a corporate run the bars makes it very difficult because you need to be able to make changes on your feet and while things are happening. And when you've got a big corporate that owns a whole bunch of bars, when they want to change something, it's got to go up the chain, and it takes a lot of time to be able to go, okay, yep, you can do that, and that by that time, it might be too late. You need to be able to think on your feet, and if something's coming up, it's going, oh, something's in 2 weeks, let's do something, let's do a promo. And we've got to be able to make changes then and there. And that's why I think, a few of them, but the top ones will probably do really well, but the majority will probably really struggle.
What about mud wrestling? Would you do mud wrestling in your bars in Wellington? Would you have to heat the mud up? Or
Are you talking mud wrestling or jelly wrestling?
Can you do them both?
Well, normally they have the jelly wrestling, but they're normally limited to the.
Have you done the jello?
No, I haven't done it. No.
Excellent.
Maybe 20 years ago.
So you think it's the independents? There's certainly a lot of talk about independents being nimble, putting more passion into their menus, not being so cookie cutter. So they may need to pick up some DB, the corporate may need to pick up some independence thinking as they get moving again.
I mean, right now we all need to start thinking outside the box to be able to get through this quiet winter period. We've got to give people reasons to want to come to our venues. If we create events, people seem to be wanting to come out to a specific event.
Like mud wrestling.
Potentially. They might come out to mud wrestling, but I don't know. Is that the type of clientele you want in your bar? That's what you got to ask yourself.
Well, that was Graham for Hotline. We allow the community to come and ask questions of fabulous people that can't remember where they got their shirt from via messenger, text or call them. That was Sarah Jane on the research with Jose Ubiaga.
Thanks very much.
Yes, thank you.